What would you say is different about the Northeast versus here, as far as like raising children and all that?
Well, the culture is very different. So, because so much of the culture is rooted in outdoor recreation there, you naturally are just drawn to it. The beauty that surrounds the villages, the tiny small towns in the Northeast, is really captivating. And when you are taken out of that, you realize how much of your life was centered on it. And so that's probably the biggest difference that we have seen is that our attention is on different things now here in the Midwest. We do not have the outdoor outlets that we are so used to having. In the Northeast, but also the people are different. There's a lot of truth to the Midwestern hospitality. They're eager and able conversationalists here, and in the Northeast, it takes a little bit longer to get to know somebody and to break into a small town, I would say. But
would you say that because of that, relationships are more or less superficial here or there?
I don't know that they're more or less. They're just a little different.
Just different.
Yeah, I would say it's easier to break into circles here.
Okay.
Because people are a bit more on the friendlier side.
Yeah, people are more guarded out there then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, as far as you mentioned outdoor lifestyle, what looks different there versus here? And I know one story you've told me about cross country skiing through the middle of downtown Westfield, but I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, well, all of the golf courses typically open themselves up for winter recreation for free, so that most golf courses, that is, you can strap your skis on and go for a cross-country ski.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
And you can just park and go. There are also specific trails. There are tons of snowmobile trails and routes all over New Hampshire and Vermont, and you can snowshoe those. You can just walk them if it's not super snowy, or you can strap on your skis and head down the trails. And in the fall and the summer, it's so beautiful because the humidity is low, and so there's so much hiking available really within 10 to 15 minutes. Our last house that we owned in New Hampshire, we hiked right out our back door.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there was a mountain bike trail right next to us. So we would see mountain bikers flying down over logs and coming down the trail sometimes and knocking on our door for water, which was kind of fun.
So you really have to be willing to open your door to your neighbor.
Yes, you do.
That's pretty cool.
You do, absolutely.
I mean, here you can walk out the back door and go golfing in many communities, but definitely not hiking or cross-country skiing or anything of that nature. Yeah. I don't know though, because we don't get a ton of snow, it seems like, anymore either. So it makes that kind of hard. But yeah, so that is a pretty big difference. I mean, did you mention that there are like mountain bike pump tracks and stuff like that within even just like recreational parks for kids too?
Yeah. Actually, just recently, a few years ago, in our town, they had built a mountain bike track that has a couple different sections in it for those who are just beginning to learn and those who actually really want to try and get some elevation and head down and be a little bit more technical.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's great. In fact, Everett was on that track. My oldest son, who's now 6, he was on that track at 4.